Welcome back, everybody, to Stardew Valley here on Fantasy Farm. Today, let's take a look at our Welwick's Oracle. Spiritual neutral. Out of curiosity, what's the weather look like? Alright, we've got no rain coming up. And yes, I have been meaning to show this off for a bit, but now's as good a time as any. Our special forecast for the Fern Islands region, it's going to be a beautiful sunny day tomorrow. This is obviously referring to Ginger Island. So if ever you want to see the weather for the upcoming day on the island, that's how you can check it. Speaking of checking things, let's check the mail. We don't have any mail. We just have a lot of other things over here, and that made me think it was the mail. Let's put some stuff away here. And I do believe that we have got our shed ready to go. Our big shed, rather, or whatever it was called. The upgrade to the shed should be ready, I believe. Let me take a quick look. Yes, this looks like it's done. Let's check the inside. Yeah, here we go. Now we've got some space. That is going to be filled pretty much to the brim with casks. But before we do that, we are going to be spending probably the entire day on the farm, if I had to guess. This should work just fine. Solely because we have got to get our new crops put in. So it'll be a day of clearing out all the old, replacing it with the new, making sure it's watered and good to go. As is the case with fall, as I've mentioned before, usually the sort of argument on what is better is usually between two things, which is either the cranberries or the pumpkins. And for me personally, at least on this first set of what I grow, as long as I get a little bit of everything, I'm not going to be too terribly fussed. The other big thing is... Oh, hello. Right. The other big thing is we still have the corn. But the other big thing is that I want to make sure that we get the new crop, because this is year 2, and so Pierre will have another fall crop for us. So I want to make sure I get that, and also I want to make sure that I get the crop that Sandy is selling that is a fall crop, which I think I've grown some of, but I want to grow a little bit more of. At some point, I am going to be doing the shipping 15 of each crop, and as a result, if we can get a little bit of a head start, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular or amazing, but if we get a head start on it, that'll be a little bit less work that we have to do. This is, again, why you might want to keep a little bit of each seed that you grow, or each crop that you grow, so that if you are saying, oh wait, it's summer and we just hit fall and I need to grow 6 more of these, then all you gotta do... That's not what I meant to do. All you gotta do is... Sorry, I'm looking at something. This looks kind of weird, but whatever. All you'd have to do is just throw the completed crop, whatever that is, in the seed maker, get more seeds out of it, and then just grow those in either the greenhouse or the island, whichever you've got access to. Because hopefully you've got access to, at the very least, the greenhouse by this point. So I think most people would probably argue of all the upgrades that you get for either Joja or Community Center, the greenhouse is probably the most long-lasting, helpful thing to get, since you can grow anything. That... Look at you coming out of here. I don't have a pickaxe because I wasn't expecting there to be a rock over there. Just quickly go pet all the animals here. Get over here. You will receive love and affection and you will like it. Up. Give me that. Put these away. So yeah, needless to say, island adventuring will probably not happen today for obvious reasons. But I'd like to think, I mean, it's fair that we focus on this. Perfect. Now we're just getting rid of that. Alright, we can't do either of those. We will get rid of these. And there we go. Right, this is not Iridium Scythe. My mistake. Anything else in here? Nope, it looks like it's just those. Alright. You're getting pretty close to full up on the ancient fruits being planted, which is good. Let's put some oranges in here. I'll just hang on to that moral, I guess, and go ahead and toss it in. Yeah, let's go ahead and water, I guess. I was gonna say we should go grab the plants, but I think we've got time, honestly, to go ahead and get this done. Nice try, Cal. I can water through you. Yeah, I'd say once it hits about 3 in-game is when I will probably start to head over. Go a little bit faster here. Oh, we're out of water. That doesn't happen very often these days. Also running low on energy too, which is pretty rare. There's all that. That's all watered. Okay, let's head over. We might have some tiles over here. I don't think there's going to be as many that need to be watered. Oh no, this is actually all good. Okay, cool. Then we are set to go. I think I already donated a squid ink, right? Yeah, because of that, I'm going to hang on to this one. Just, again, on the off chance we need it for something. I think it's used in a recipe at least. Speaking of things that are used in recipes, I do want to make sure I collect enough of those. So if I've got time, I probably will go look around for forageables, but particularly the wild plums, since I use those all up for Jazz's plum pudding. Which I would like someone to fetch Jojicola. If I can find one, sure, but if not, no big deal. Alright. What do we have? Artichoke, I believe, is the new one here. I'm not going to buy corn, because we've got plenty of corn and it's already going. These continue to produce. I'm going to get, like, 15, I think. The bok choy are pretty quick, so that's not that big a deal. I'd like more yams than I have. I don't really think I need the wheat or sunflower. I do want to get some of these, because these are using that crafting recipe, so I'm going to get a fair few of these. Amaranth I probably won't need much of. I'll buy like 3 for the grapes, I think, not that many. A fair few of the artichokes. And then that leaves our big ones, the pumpkins and the cranberries, which I want to get like probably about 100 of each starting out. And we'll go from there. Alright, as the saying does not go, next thing's next. Let's swing by Sandy's and see what the fall crop is for there. And I might also grab any coconuts I see, because I will probably need to be trading those in for gold coconuts at some point. Because again, I do want to get those artifacts done. It's just today is not going to be the optimal day for doing that. So, we'll pass on it for now. Want you buy something? I will. I will buy... It looks like the beet seeds are... Oh, you can buy coconuts here. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to take these. I'll take like 30 for the beets. Alright, let's do a little quick bit of foraging here. When it comes to having that trading post open that trades the coconuts, the quality does not matter. So if you don't have the... always gives you the iridium quality for your foraging skill, it's not a big deal. You'll be fine without it. This is just a bit of a boost so I can get more of the gold coconuts. I'm pretty sure that's almost exclusively what I use the gold coconuts for, though, was pretty much specifically just to try and get the remaining pieces of the museum done. I know it's not technically a museum, but you get the idea. Alright, let's put these up for now. Everything that I don't need at this exact moment should go away. Do I have any... That's just the retaining soil. There's fertilizer. I think we've got some in the shed, actually, or in the greenhouse. I'm decently confident we do. No, I guess we don't. Interesting. How much does it cost me to make the speed grow? Oh, that's actually not bad now, because I don't really... Ooh, those are also done. Yeah, I probably should do that for the cranberries. How many oak resins do I have? I got 7. And the bone fragments I'm not really using for anything else, so... It's not, like, really enough, per se, but it's a good enough start, I think. And we'll go ahead and put these on there, because why not? I know that means that they'll technically, like, not grow at the same rate, but since this is one of those crops that produces multiple times, they're the ones that benefit the most from the speed grow. Because for normal ones, it's like, oh yeah, it grows faster, and that's nice. This one, it's like, oh, it grows faster, but because that's giving you more chances to get additional harvests, then it's really worth it. Because you're not just getting the time, you're getting another harvest out of it as well. Callie, were you coming over here to try and get in the way of me planting my crops? Nope. Let's try that again. There you go. Just some iron ore. Oh well. After that 7 iridium ore, I'm like, if I see it and I've got the pan on me, I should definitely go and get it. I think we'll be pretty close. I feel like my guesstimation, because I should have, but I didn't check the farm computer. But I feel like it's actually not as far off as I thought it was going to be. And we still do have the mixed seeds and mixed flower seeds, so if I'm too low on the number, it's not that big a deal. We'll just use those. Also, there is a spot that I missed. I'm gonna keep these, like, spread out enough to where they're not blocking me in any capacity. Alright. See if we can get the last of what we need planted here, and then we'll worry about the wine and throwing that into the casks. Did I move them to here? I did move them to here. Any other seeds? No. So those are in there and probably shouldn't be, but that's okay. I don't think I'll need these sunflower seeds, but on the off chance that I do, I'll plant those. But I think our mixed seeds are our best bet here. We may not even need the mixed flower seeds with how many of these we got. I think most of this was from the green rain, I'm pretty sure. I'm not completely sold on that, but still. Also, missed a couple of corn. We might be able to plant some of the mixed flower seeds. Not going to be many, though. I'm actually going to go with the sunflowers here, since those are just about set. Alright. That's all of the seeds I can plant for now. I'm going to move these to fall. Oh, I did have some extra corn seeds. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to plant those anyway, because we've got plenty of corn. The blueberry / starfruit. I'll grab these. I don't want to grab all the starfruit, though. Yeah, keep, like, 10 in there in case I need them for something. Part of me is tempted to say, oh, just, sell these as they are. Don't even bother with the, upgrading them into higher quality. How much would I get from this? 14,000, 1280. Yeah, it's actually not a lot, so they're not nearly as good as the starfruit ones are. Because, I mean, if I pulled out, like, 68 blueberries, how much would I get out of that? Just to do a little comparison. So this is 37, this is 14. So, yeah, 3,700 versus 14,000. So it is more. It is definitely worth more. I'm going to go ahead and mature ones that I've got the space for, just to say we have something going there. But it's not that big a deal, honestly. Alright, and from there, hopefully my neighbors will stop knocking on whatever they're knocking on. It sounds like they're, like, trying to put a horseshoe on a horse, is what it sounds like they're doing. I've been trying to find a time where they've been quieting down, but they're just not doing it. They've been loud pretty much every day, every night. Like, from when I go to bed to when I wake up, they're still loud. They're not stopping. Alright, so that's that. We don't really have time to, make new casks and put those in. But I do want to go ahead and get these out of here. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of something similar, where I'm going to intentionally keep one cask in particular. I'm going to keep that one there, I think. And yeah, I probably don't have time to set those ones up. But I'm going to keep one by my bed and also activate that, if I remember, at the same time as all the others. So that way when I get up and see, oh, that jelly is done, it will let me know that the jelly is also done in the big shed ones as well. Yeah, they're just not worth that much. There's only 210 each. So, eh. Yeah, for the record, and I've said it before, but I kind of wanted to show it there. Plus, we had a lot of blueberries, and it's still a profit. But yeah, typically the ones that are a case of produce multiple harvest crops just do not do as well. Ooh, spirits are happy today. They just do not do as well on the front of turning it into wine. Jelly, they do fine, but for the wine, yeah, they're just not as useful. Alright, everything is watered, so we are good on that front. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and get this pumpkin juice brought over to the raccoons. So we can continue that little story beat there and see what's going on with them. Then after that, we'll get the keg set up, and then I'll figure out what to do from there. I did say I wanted to poke around a little bit and try to find more of the plums, but we'll see about that. It kind of just depends on other things we got to do that are a little bit more important. Here you go, buddy. Here's your juice. Sorry it took so long. Thanks, Bobo. Take this. Fairy Dust X5, and the raccoon shop has been expanded. So again, you can sprinkle this on kegs, furnaces, and other equipment to instantly receive the product. So we're going to put that down here. You're a good friend. Now we can have another. Ah, yeah, because you got a second one here, so I'll let you continue on your work, question mark? It's not important. Don't think about it too hard. But either way, we'll check in on them later and see what else they might need. For the time being, though, let's put these pieces away. And what do we use to make these again? Wood, stone, coal. All right. We got plenty of each of those, I believe. Coal would actually probably be the first one we would run out of. Yeah, it looks like it's coal. I'm going to stop there for now. Yeah, because this is a very big area here. So this is a 17 grid. That's a fair bit that we're going to be taking up, so yeah, I'll have to definitely get more coal at some point. So let's move this here. That didn't use up nearly as much wood or stone as I thought it was going to, so we're okay on that front. There is something that transforms in pieces of wood into coal, I believe. Yeah, but it's just 10 pieces for one piece of coal. I don't really know if that's worth it, honestly. We'll have to craft it at some point, but yeah. I don't know. I think we'll wait on that for now. I'll put this away and this away. And we will quickly do our routine, and I will see you guys when that is done. Alright, we are back, and this is what I've got for things I'm selling. The only thing I really put up was some of the coffee beans that were normal quality, and a hot pepper that was also normal quality, but everything else in this section I'm going to go ahead and sell. Obviously, I do plan on putting those to Clint's sledgehammer, to opening these, so that's why those are there. I'm going to get rid of the scythe, and I'm thinking if there's anything else I need to do. I think I just need to check the special orders board. Now that this has been spoiled officially because I've done all the editing, so I know these are both island things. These are all island things. I just sold some of the mayonnaise, the dinosaur mayonnaise, and we can't get those yet. So we are down to just the island stuff on that front. That's an island thing. We're done with those. I mean, our skills are done. Our friendship is done with everyone except Leo, but he's on the island. So I think we're good to just go at this point. I've got the warp totem to get back. I've got some food on me. I've got all the things I need to bring because the scythe is already there. I do need to take this sword with me in case we decide to go through the volcano, which there's a decent chance that that will happen. So I think this is the point of us heading out. I would be tempted to, again, go around and look for the plums, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. Maybe I will do... no, probably not. I probably won't do that today. The temptation is sort of there, though. Alright, let's see what we got in these. Most of this is probably going to get thrown right into the shipping bin. Well, that won't be. I did do a small bit of research to figure out, like, how good is the triple shot espresso really, because you use it making 3 coffees, and it doesn't give you additional duration. It's 3 times as long, so it's exactly, you know, what you would expect. But you do have to drink this less frequently than the coffees. So, by that logic, yeah, they are technically a tiny bit better for that reason. So if you would prefer to make them into triple shot espressos, you could absolutely make them into espresso. Up to you. So I'm gonna put those away. I'm just going to sell the corn seeds, I think. We're just going to throw that away. In case we do go mining, I would like the bombs. I'll just use the warp totem to the beach. I can go in here. And I think we're ready. I'm actually going to use this now. Let me check the special orders before we do anything else. Is there a new one? There is. Alright, here we go. This is one of, as you can tell by the little border on it, this is an island quest. I want to experiment with tropical cooking, but it's hard to find any ingredients. If someone could ship 100 taro roots, it might help. I'm gonna try to do that. We do have a fair few of them going, but we are obviously gonna need more. So yes, that's probably the best one we could have hoped for, given that it's still pretty early into our whole island adventure in the first place. Taro root would likely be our best bet. It's going to be a lot easier than the pineapple. So hopefully it will work out. Hey, Leo. When the sun is angry, it feels good in the jungle. Yeah. Yes, give me more of those taro roots, please. I don't think there's anything over here I really need to do or get. I do have my checklist sort of updated for the golden walnuts, but I want to focus here first. This does mean I need more stuff for sprinklers, though. So I might actually head back long enough to get those. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna get rid of both of those. Okay, the garlic and the wheat are ready, so it's just the tomato, it's just the melon that we need now. If you're still down here, there you go. Make a quick run back, make a fair few more sprinklers. The more we can make, the better, and then from there we'll figure out what to do. Iridium might be the better way to go here, because we've got more tools for this. That'll leave us with 10 iridium bar. I think that's good for now. The others I'm not as worried about. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright. Let's warp back. I might still need one of those. I don't think I do, but just to be absolutely sure, I'm gonna wait on it. Also, yeah, there's the harvest, and what was the other thing? Ship 100 taro root. Let's see if we can manage it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to keep an eye out for that. Oh, also, we have an event with Leo because I just gifted him the duck feather. So yeah, it's Willie, who he kind of knows, and Linus, who he does not know. Remember, he said he had Willie help him write the note that he sent to us, so he does know Willie. Hello, Leo. My name's Linus. Heard all about you and your parrot family. It's really something special. Aye, lad, Linus lives on the mainland with the rest of us. After hearing your story, I wanted to help, so I talked to Linus here and hatched a little plan. Go on, Linus, tell him. Leo, I'd like you to come back with us to Stardew Valley. It's a beautiful place, not as warm as here, but still full of life, and I live right in the middle of it. I know the lay of the land, many things about the waters, the trees, the animals, and more. You see, I'm a child of nature too. You might say we're birds of a feather. But I'm getting old, and I'd like to teach someone all I've learned before moving on. Leo, will you come back with me? Leave the island? I can take you back for a visit any time, but lad, you can't live here forever. You know, there are other children back home too. I'm sure they'd love to meet you. Other kids? What do you think, Delta? I think it's a great idea. I think you should stay here. It's up to Leo. Yeah, it's up to Leo. There's no right or wrong answer, but it's up to Leo. I'll go. Great. But my family... She says all the parrots are happy for me, and that they want me to start the next chapter of my life, wherever it may lead. This doesn't feel like the right music that should be playing here, and no matter what happens, they'll always be my family, forever. Goodbye. I'm ready. A new arrival to the valley. Yep. Seems our little town is growing. Yes, so after getting enough hearts with Leo, he will actually move into the valley. You'll still see him here a fair bit, because he's obviously still going to visit his animal buddies slash family here. But yeah, it is a, as he said, it is a new chapter for him. I don't know, it feels a little fast. Maybe it should have had, like, an event between now and then of, like, oh, I don't know if I can live here yet, but, like, I'll come and visit. And then, you know, gradually he's like, oh, I don't know, I really like the valley, but I also don't want to leave my family behind. And then that's where you get the scene with the bird saying, like, yeah, wherever you go, like, we'll still be with you type of thing. I don't know. It might just be personal preference talking, but, you know. Everybody's got how, you know, their own speed at which they like to go things, and even for people that read, you know, you want the story to go at a specific speed, and some people want a fast pace, and some want a slower pace, like myself, in terms of how, like, characters progress and whatnot. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Yeah, because it'd be 2, 4, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's easy enough to just put the rest of these in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Close enough to the water to get the little boost there. Yeah, we'll toss in the mixed seeds, sure. Might as well. Any other seeds we've got here? Doesn't look like it. I'll put that up for now. And I think I'll just go around hunting for dig spots. Give me one moment and I'll be right back. Also, this is where that fertilizer was. But yes, I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. So yes, I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a poking around day here. I'm going to look for stuff like that, but there are also spots that I have not gotten all the gold walnuts, like that one. So I do want to be able to get more of those. So I do have a list. I've kind of, like, marked out the ones that I've already collected. Should be one here. Yep. So yeah, you might see a little bit of cutting as I'm referring to my notes. So right here, there's this one that we've already gotten, but you can walk through this section here. You can kind of follow the line of where the plants are here to see where I'm going. So there's those. I do want to check the mussels as well. Yeah, we already got that one. I think those are the only ones on the left side of the island, at least that I can get. There is still the Simon Says game, and that does give you 3 for doing that, but I don't want to do that one right now. And also, I'm not good at it, so I'm going to wait till I have more time to make those mistakes. So I think we're either 3 of 5 or 4 of 5 on the mussel nodes, having a chance to drop them. I don't think we've gotten all 5 yet. So I've checked all those. There's not really any here. There's the rain thing, and then there's donating a banana, which I can't do either of those yet. I have 20. For 20, I could either build the resort or build the trading post. I think I'd rather build the trading post, honestly. I'm going to build the trading post, yeah. I'd rather have access to this right now than the next area, which sounds weird, but it's true. Because this could help us with that special request. So yes, ooh, yes, for 2 bone fragments we can buy more of those Terra tubers. Yeah, this is the other one. So there's a fair bit here. Let's just go in order here. So you can buy a warp totem for 5 Terra root, Terra tubers, pineapple seeds, gold coconuts. You buy a tropical TV, just some kind of tropical stuff. Banana sapling and mango sapling. You can buy the beds as well. And there are some recipes here. Deluxe retaining soil. The soil has a 100% chance of staying watered overnight. Mix into tilled soil. You might think, okay, that sounds kind of useless. You could just use the sprinklers and just give up 1 slot. The big thing this is used for is using the potted plants inside of sheds because they don't work with sprinklers. They do, however, work with this, and the ingredients are pretty simple to get. So you could have a shed full of potted plants with any kind of thing in them. You know, it doesn't matter what season you're in. It does not matter. The scarecrows won't be needed because it's indoors. You won't have to worry about watering it, so this is one option there. And then obviously the banana pudding here as well for 30 bone fragments. I would be more concerned about getting the Terra tubers and gold coconuts right now, but before I get anything from that, I do want to go up here and get a couple of golden walnuts, but also grab the additional bone fragments that are here. Ooh, 2 gold coconuts and some taro. Very nice. With any luck, we might get some stuff to donate here, maybe. Yeah, I was about to say, I think that just goes to regular museum, and we have already finished that. I was going to say, I think I saw a secret note there, and I did. So yes, here's another one that we can now get, now that we've got the secret note. Alright, those are... or that's that. The other one is if you go here and then immediately take a right, you can actually go through this. And that was the obvious answer that I needed to be able to get both of those. Yeah, I could have just done that ages ago, but I didn't. Oops. I don't remember if the trading post closes at a certain time. The creature is still there. But I do want to be quick about it, so I'm going to do that before anything else. is bring back what I need. So yeah, I'm just going to specifically get the bone fragments and the coconut. I might grab the mussel, because I think those are used for something as well. Mussel, bone fragments, coconuts. Yeah. And if there's something that you can get multiple things that both require the same thing to trade, then I'll double check here. I think it's just the shards. Mahogany seed for a stingray. That's the last fish we need. I should grab the recipe, but it won't be that hard to get more of the fragments, and I think the taro tubers are more important right now, so I'm going to take those with me. The coconuts are not used for anything else, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Pineapple seeds as well for a magma cap. That's not too bad. But this is all I'm going to grab for the time being. And I do want to go ahead and plant those now. There are a couple other golden walnuts that I can grab that I do want to pick up, but this is more important that we get this done. So we're going to focus on this for now. Alright, there we go. We got more of that growing. Put this excess stuff away. I'll keep the bone because I'm going to sell those. I definitely don't need these, but I'll check on the ribs. I don't think I need the ribs for anything else, though. I think these can be sold as well. But let's go ahead and head and grab the other golden walnuts that I'm thinking about while we're here, that are easy enough to acquire. I probably do have enough right now. I'm not looking at the full set here, but I probably do have enough right now to where I could get that last area. Yeah, I don't need these anymore. Open pretty soon. Some of it is like I need to get the donations from that, and it's just a matter of time. Same with the fishing, same with the, you know, other ones that are in here. But this one we can do now, so I'm kind of stalling, quote-unquote. I'm basically just trying to avoid going to the Simon Says thing, because I know that will give me 3, and that is a pretty good amount at this point to get. But yes, if you build a staircase, or not a staircase, but if you build a pathway using your watering can, that's how you can pick up those two. I did actually figure that one out naturally my first time, because I was like, oh, there's got to be a thing going to the left and to the right. Also, since we're in there real quick, might as well. Just use a normal coffee, given the time. So what does that put us up to? 14. I could check my notes again, so I'm going to be right back. Yeah, I think there's 2 others I can reach. One of them is, like, on the way back to where I was going, which is this circle of grass right here, this tall grass. There's one. And I should be able to get one more out of this before I gotta call it a night and head back. Oh, also, it's getting late, but this one is just another one like we just saw with the tall grass. All I gotta do is just use the hoe to get it, and that's up here by the tiger slime area, which is this square right here. I'll do one more quick check and see if there's any other ones I can grab. I think that's basically it, though. There is one more I can get, and that's from the journal scrap that I just picked up. Other than that, it's basically waiting for, like, crops to harvest, mussels to drop them, and the Simon Says game. Other than that, on the west side, we're basically done. It said it was here, no? Yeah, that looks like here. Oh, there we go. And also pearl. Well, that I'm just going to sell, but thank you. So put that in here, and I think I'll just leave the regular bombs I have here as well. I'll take these with me, since we'll have to do those at Clint's. Alright. Let's get out of here. One thing we can also do... Let's just take them all with me. There's no point in just clicking. But we've got the time to get these set up. Might as well. And then we'll put one in the one inside of our house as well. I don't really care about those being synced up quite as well as the wine is, because once the jellies are done, you just put them in. You don't have to worry about maturing them or anything like that. So we'll drop that in. And as Leo said, since he's moving into the valley, he needs a place to stay. Yep, all this time, that tree was going to be used for something. Alright, that'll do it for the start of fall. We've gotten our crops set up. Leo has moved in. We've picked up a few more golden walnuts, and I am going to try to focus on those a little bit more. And also we've got that request of getting the taro roots. So my bone fragment will probably go to that. And I'll probably take what I have in town and put that into the trader to make sure that we get that done. And then once that's done, that's another one marked off the list, and that's one of the 2 island ones. And I do believe that's the island one that gives you a really good reward as well. I don't remember what the other one is off the top of my head. But either way, that will do it for the first 2 days of fall. Good progress, some more quests open that we can work on. I'm looking forward to what the future holds. What does the future hold, out of curiosity? Spirits are not super happy, but we've got +1 luck. We already know how to cook a tortilla. Alright. This is where I leave you, Harry Potter. Until next time, take care, and I will see you all when we continue our current quest, work on getting the gold walnuts, and with any luck, hopefully pretty soon, we'll have the final area unlocked for Ginger Island, so we can see what's over on the east side of the world. Till then, I will see you all in the next one. Later.